going to show you 3 statements. You have to rate them between -2 to 1 based on how much you feel that they are related to bravery and how much happiness. Okay. So let's say there are 3 sentences. You have to give them a bravery score from -1 to 1 and a happiness score -1 to 1. So the first statement is, the happy child jumped bravely from rock to rock. Okay. So you see this statement contains a bravery word, right? The child jumped bravely. So you can somehow give 1 here to this particular person. And because he was happy as well, you can give him happiness score of 1. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Now, let's see the second sentence. The child was not timid. If the child was not timid, does it mean he was brave? Yes or no? Or maybe. I say that, okay, you are not timid. Does it mean that you are brave? You could be brave, but you may not be, right? मैं कह रहा हूँ कि तुम डरते नहीं हो, that is fine.
डरते नहीं हो, it means
डरते नहीं हो, but क्या इसका मतलब है कि तुम बहादुर हो? नहीं, जरूरी नहीं है कि तुम बहादुर हो, right? क्या हो जाएगा as compared to this sentence? इसका bravery score इससे कम होगा, agree or not?
Yes. Right.
Yes, right. Okay. Now let's talk about happiness score. The child was not timid. Okay. वो डर नहीं रहा था and had a good time jumping from rock to. He had a good time. मतलब ठीक है, अच्छा लगा उसको. But happiness as compared to this, the happy child, there is nothing mentioned about happiness. Okay, he had a good time, but that doesn't mean he was happy, right? I mean, office mein you have a good time generally, but you are not happy because you want to go out of the office. So that is point 3. For they are just random number. There is no logic कि point 3 क्यों है, point 5 क्यों है. मैं बस explain कर रहा हूँ कि relatively देखो bravery score इसका ज़्यादा है, इसका कम है. Although filled with great fear means child was with great fear, it means his bravery score needs to be -1 because he was full with fear. The child jumped from rock to rock. We don't know anything about his happiness, so we have marked him 0. So for this first statement, I have a number 1, 1. For second statement, it is 0.5, 0.3. For third, it is -1, 0. What are these numbers called? These are called, which I just spoke about few minutes back, these are called embeddings. कि एक particular statement को natural language को, this is called NLP. Basically, this is NLP. How you take any human language or any statement and convert it into numbers so that you can judge them. Because as just like English line ko, you cannot decide whether it is good or bad, right? You need to have some numbers. Computers deal with numbers, so you have to convert them into numbers. This is a very basic example. So if you see this is the sentence, this is the embedding 1, 1, the 0.5, 0.3. This has -1, 0. This contains just 2 variables, bravery score and happiness score. But in reality, what these LLMs uses, what these OpenAI languages uses, right? They have 700 to 1500 dimensions. The OpenAI, the ChatGPT uses 1586 dimensions actually, right? And there is a minimum, and any LLM uses is 700 dimensions to treat any number, any sentence, to give it embedding. Okay, वो embeddings कैसे बनती हैं, that is part of NLP. I am not going that. I'll cover in my workshop next week. But just try to understand कि the concept is whatever English language you get, you convert it into embeddings, into numbers. Okay, is it clear to everyone? What are embeddings? Any doubt on this?
Yes, sir, clear.
Did anyone know this before? Can someone tell me?
No, sir. For me, it's completely new.
But is the explanation clear? I mean, please, thoda sa guys interact kar lo.
Yes, it is clear. Badhiya, sir.
So the main thing is what the whole generative AI works on, the backbone of whole generative AI is natural language processing, that is NLP, that is how you convert any human language into these numbers, how these embeddings are created, that is itself a different dimension, a different study, right? So for this example, when you are working on a use case, people assume by default that you know embeddings. Okay, so what we do, we convert any human language into embeddings. Okay, so for example, we had these three statements. We created so these are numbers, so हमने इनको XY chart पे plot किया है based on happiness and bravery-ness. You see, these are the 3 points, right? And we want to identify which statement are closer to each other. I mean, when we say that these two statements, they are very relevant, they are very close. So mathematically, what it means कि इस XY plane में जिनका distance कम होगा, like which, for example, the distance between yellow and this blue, it is more than the distance between green and the blue. It means that this blue and the green, they are more aligned, they are more close to each other, they are more similar statements. And these yellow, it is a different from these two.